hunt fails.
And in Igual, take a chebaria, will quickly. He may jump and ye not dine if we are yakin to what do for it. I'm going to go and he may all go and quick.
Ga, and no, wa do manga yore. Go, Urago do hane, Guinea. Nabur for one come on and down to Yan, pick it a year, some was again never grew a play. Can you come down to bury the coyore? But a taking at the attack. She do.
Andrea and his fellow hunters have attempted 6 times in the past 4 weeks to kill the wild pigs that have been ravaging their crops, and have so far failed to catch any. They're having one last go before trying to discover what has caused this lack of success. Their nets are erected, and whilst one group of hunters beats the bush to frighten the animals towards the nets, Andrea waits silently with his spear to kill the fleeing animals. Once again, the hunt fails as the animals flee in the wrong direction.
Queen Gupaye Hino, Kana Para. Queen Gupaye Kana Para, Meta Mangaratini, Meta Kabiratini, Amechi Bariatica Kurako. Gu Bizarre, me Nico ina Gamarco, Bogozu.
Tatanga chitera kasubula mangu viliyo imina nile kamanga hani aleke ina ira mauka na ayani anaka ba ku imeyo chimbili metie na bodu ngavu dembu nuku gubori kambile nga imetie ya alikishinga ira mangu wedunga ira mauka kambile imetie nikisuka nebuko orija ani savura mina mekono kaula bana kita kumogiri moyo ina foni me ni nya dure mi na je na ko etimbaro mi digini afọ ni suje bua anaka sunu ni ayi anaka sunu ni ayi bada wo wuri da wuri ayi
Marco, the witch doctor, acts here as yet another form of oracle. Like the termites, rubbing board, or poison oracles, he can, through his dancing and his questions, diagnose the influences that have caused Andrea's misfortune. Since any Zandi can be a witch, no one present can feel sure that Marco will not point him out as the culprit. But in this instance, he has decided that the cause of the trouble is not witchcraft. He has seen that social relations between the sub-chief Andrea and his subjects are strained. He suggests a treatment. If Andrea were to act more generously towards his neighbors, the hunters would once again be successful.
Atakwanga chote ndana chote ndani atakwanga for tandi before kinti ikyo kudwa klasi kwa mama obonga vote agombe ona yetia mbaba koda ngwabu andi mali yano ni bado ni kuikuzwa agombe kwa ngombe ngombe na kutkanya hili ngombe ngoja kangu
The specialist has diagnosed the complaint and proposed a cure. Andrea and his fellow hunters will follow Marco's advice with every hope of success. But should Andrea fail to kill the pig, then the fault will not lie with Marco or the system of divination, but with additional influences affecting Andrea, such as the presence of a film crew, or someone not having observed the correct preparations before the rituals began. Marco, the witch doctor, also performs other rituals. He is a Christian, and like most Zandi Christians, he is happy to embrace the new, but sees no need to reject the old practices, like witchcraft, especially when they work. Marco, the witch doctor, and Zorro, the chief, both believe that obedience to traditional practices is important for keeping order. The young are less certain. As the power of the chiefs has waned, they have become more licentious and feckless in their ways. Joseph, for example, is only 16 years old. He already has one wife in Zaire, but with the meager income he derives from his plot of land and sporadic hunting, he cannot afford to bring her to the Sudan. He consoles himself by attending pombos. The preparations for these ceremonies that mark the end of mourning for a dead relative take upwards of a week. These once hallowed institutions have become for the young an occasion for a good time, where strong spirits and beer flow freely and the chances for illicit affairs are increased. Last year, at a pombo like this, Joseph met another girl, Atonita. She has just given birth to his baby daughter. So the young man, with barely enough to keep himself, has to pay compensation to the parents of the girl, raise enough money to marry her, and still find the sum necessary to bring his first wife from her parents' house in Zaire. None of these pressures will keep him away from getting the most out of a pombo. The man who is giving the celebrations warns his young guests to behave.
Kaimo Boronania, Ani Dogi Berez Zeredi, Ani Enga Tipanyo Made Quetere, Ani Yeka Dogore, Ani Yakin and Nico Pangame, Wabura Borona Japuni, Nina Borona, Gureka Sianga, Adokina Berez Zeredi, Uti Girarago, and Kindu Bania Bogureka Shafudanga, Borobere Kumakamanyo. Is in Adungwatiria. Mabruk!
The pombo goes on all night, with most guests arriving only after dark. When it's over, Joseph must return to the reality of his complex life. At the homestead of his girlfriend, his week-old child and her 15-year-old mother are waiting inside her hut to leave it for the first time since the birth. Before this first venture to the outside world, she listens to the advice of her mother.
Kunginige kama savyanga pokutete wamina peforo.
Yang pokutete nambamboni. Yang polit. Ikira kudari ikira.
Ipa ikira kudete. Wa ikira kudete mugutiro nani be. Ambu kudete. Udena mangaboro kine pio mboli kiunda nini kibandeta. Kamusavyanga panadia.
Anita and her baby pass beneath a magic arch to undergo a purification ritual, supervised by the midwife who delivered the child. Around the baby's neck and arms are items of magical protection. Both Joseph and his young girlfriend accept that magic and witchcraft are important forces that need to be respected by following the correct rituals. And so, like all other Azande mothers and fathers, they help their baby enter the world by purifying her in smoke.
Nita. Sungo fungine musungo weninga kuyibuti. Aiwa ngiri.
Bombi yantu mubali
Mutu musungoli.
Inga kiseme tigagaro yedu.
Dunduka tigagaro ngiri musunguliwe sekali torompata.
Iso suga ofina aboro soga na yedu makasi.
Bombi sungo na ko kumvure. Mange on hansen.
Kini tumbo chigaga na jikwali koyo. Na tumbo mtumbo akono bodi. Chigaga.
Oni jeli nda. Oni fulani kono.
When the baby has been purified sufficiently, she is taken away to be washed with water and herbs. Zandi women do much of the work in the fields, as will Anita if Joseph does manage to raise the rest of the money needed to complete his marriage to her.